I got this feeling.
Hi my beautiful friends, happy Friday. Today I really want to do a lot of drafting, a lot of sketching. I have this really big canvas that I am wanting to work on, but I really want my idea to be really good for this canvas because I've been saving it for over a year and for something special. And I'm not sure what that special thing is, but I feel like there's a little bit of pressure when it comes to this one because it's huge and it'll probably be my biggest original piece ever. But I'm so excited because the canvas is wood and I feel like the wood is gonna make such a nice, smooth, beautiful canvas, and I'm really excited. So that's what I'm gonna be working on. Let's go ahead and start drawing. When it comes to sketching, I definitely don't get the perfect idea all at once. A lot of times I look at different photos on Pinterest and I just do some gesture drawings to see how they make me feel, and I go from there. After I find a gesture that I generally like, I play around with the posing and then I start adding more to the composition to make it flow. Here you can see I'm sort of scaling it down and then just adding to it and refining as I go. So when you're sketching, just remember that it's supposed to be fun, loose, and you're just trying to see what works and what doesn't work. Let it just be a relaxing process where you let things flow, and eventually you'll come up with an idea that you really love. Okay, so here's the sketch that I have. It's gonna pop up here. Editing Sid, you know what to do. I'm pretty happy with it. It's just like a girl and she's sitting on a nice tree branch in like this foresty area and her hair is water. And I think it's a really cool, cute concept. Only thing is, I'm not sure if I'm sold on it. I like it. Like, I feel like I would want to execute it. But I also feel like, could I do better? And I'm going to definitely be doing more sketches and then just experimenting and seeing what else I like. Hello friends, it's the next day. Don't mind my messy bun. I was just all cozy and drawing and stuff. And I came up with a few sketches that I liked. I came up with two that I feel like conceptually would be really fun, like the one that I showed you with the girl sitting in the tree and her hair is a waterfall. I feel like that would just be a really pretty concept. And then also I came up with another one where there's like a girl and she's walking, she has like these big old wings and she's surrounded and framed by some foliage, and I think that's just really pretty too, and I would like to expand on that. And then like finally I came up with this drawing of me and my snake, and I think that's the one that I might want to take the big canvas. But either way, I figured it would be fun to refine this sketch with you and just I guess you can see how I line my pieces when I like the composition and stuff. When I'm sketching, I normally sketch on one layer and then lower the opacity to go ahead and start lining. And this is my favorite part because I feel like everything is coming together. I am only lining the lines that I want to be prominent and that I want to keep of the sketch. And this is just really solidifying my entire sketch for my painting. In this case, I really want to make my sketch really, really clear so that when I am sketching this onto the actual canvas, I have a solid roadmap that I can follow. So that's usually the process that I take when it comes to lining. And later on today, I was feeling really optimistic and excited to finally start getting to work on this canvas. I decided to prime it with some gesso just so that the paint could stick better, but also so that I could see the true colors of my paints. I'm really new to painting, so I really wanted to make this process as streamlined as possible. And then I started sketching. I kind of went with the tattoo method when it comes to sketching, and if you don't know, a lot of tattoo artists, when they're freehanding on you, will start sketching on you with a lighter color like a yellow or something that's a little bit less permanent, and then go darker and darker as they're refining. So while I was sketching, I went in with a light blue, then went over it with a red, and then finally went over it with a navy blue to give it this darker, more solidified sketch. This gave me room to sort of mess up and basically refine as I go, and it made sketching on canvas way less daunting because I was able to make mistakes, but they weren't permanent, and that felt really good. Also, you should probably know that to sketch on this canvas, I was using color pencil, and I highly recommend. At first, I was really worried because color pencils can be kind of waxy, which can prevent the paint from actually sticking, but when actually painting, I didn't have any issues with it, so I would highly recommend it if you are trying to draw on gesso on wood in particular.
You set sail and navigate, but when I need you, you lift me up till we levitate.
And after a day full of sketching and prepping the canvas, this is what I came up with for the final sketch.
My eyes are suddenly the world I used to know.
Today's the day we are about to start painting, and gosh, before starting this I was so nervous. This was my first time ever painting skin tones on actual canvas, but I found that a really good mix for me was primary magenta, primary yellow, and primary cyan, and basically mixing that with white. I would mix the darker colors, the magenta and the cyan together, and then add the yellow, and then dull it down, and then add blue and yellow and red to basically even out the tone and get to whatever color I really liked. And it was a really great method for me, and I highly recommend it if you're just starting to paint out skin tones and stuff like that. And then, of course, the hair was the fun part. I got to make that super vibrant, get that orange in, and overall I had a really, really good time. Even though I was feeling anxious, by the end of this particular session, I was feeling really proud of myself for achieving similar skin tones as mine. It was still really, really tricky trying to balance cool and warm tones, but for my first go, I was really proud.
Baby, baby, you are really hurting me.
Getting orders is probably one of the most fulfilling things for me as an artist. I just can't believe that there's people in this world that want to own some of my pieces, and I am so forever honored. So I thought we would take a minute to pack this together. This particular order is for Stacy, and I just want to say thank you so much, Stacy, for keeping my little dream alive. I really appreciate you. After packing the order, I wanted to dedicate some time to painting, so I decided to start adding some more of the skin tone to the rest of the body. I think one of the things that have kept my creative spark alive during this process, and that has made this painting process so addicting to me, has been my love for my pet snake. If you don't know, I got my pet snake, his name is Sardonyx, about a month ago, and while he's still getting acquainted, I just love him so much, and I am manifesting this moment of us actually sitting down and painting together. He is an albino corn snake, and he's just so cute. And the point is, I think there's something beautiful about painting things that make you happy. I think that in general, painting things that you care about, people that you care about, things that you love, really brings in this emotional attachment to your own piece. And I think those emotions really show through your artwork and make your work speak for itself, and it makes your work more powerful. But maybe that's just coming from me, an emotional ball of mush anyway, but that's just my opinion on it. I think I have the most fun when I get to paint intuitively and paint emotionally.
Shimmering gold, strangest feeling about to explode. I held my breath to make sure I didn't say something weird. Light as a feather on weekend knees. What on earth did you do to me? I let you in before I even knew who you were. Your hair was just so gold, and your eyes were also gold. All my dreams are now. I wonder where did you go? I have to know. A mirror image of my soul. I could see myself but without the hose. I pinched my arm just to see if you could feel what I feel. We found each other right from the start. A conversation between our hearts. I wanted more, but it was hard to get through your shield. Your hair was just so gold, and your eyes were also all my dreams are now.
One of the things I've been incredibly nervous about is painting these ear cuffs that I've gotten from my friend Emily, aka Orumcraft on Instagram and Etsy. And we're doing a collab where I'm supposed to be painting a pair for her and a pair for myself. And I have been so afraid of messing up and not doing a good job that I haven't even started on them, and I've had them for almost a couple of months, if not already a couple of months. So today I want to just bite the bullet and jump and get over my fear and just give it a try. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna be painting my ear cuffs today, so I'm able to mess up if I need to, and it's totally fine.
I don't think that you know, I'm trying hard to show. These days it's hard to tell what's on your mind. Why don't you stop pretend like this is what we planned? I can see the end is coming down. And if I don't look back, will you let me get away? If I turn my back and walk, will you stay? I waited for you.
Hey my lovely friends, I wanted to give an update after painting these ear cuffs. This is what they look like on. Maybe I can get a little closer so you can see. And then this one. So my initial feeling right now is that I don't like them. And it's not that I don't like them. I wonder if it's just that I don't like them on me right now. I think You know, obviously I'm just chilling in my studio, but I love how colorful they are. I love the colors. I love, like, they look like my mock-up, in my opinion. I think that I put so much love into them, and I think that they are not bad. I think that I'm just not used to seeing such vibrant colors on my skin. And I think that my art in general is inherently vibrant, and I think that's okay. And I think that this is just a feeling that I get sometimes when I finish something and my expectations were like crazy high, unreasonably high for never doing this before. But I think that they are really pretty, and they have like so much detail in them and so much love. And the truth of the matter is, I can always paint over them if I don't like them, but what I want to do is just sit around in them, get used to them, because I've never worn ear cuffs before. I've never painted ear cuffs before, and I think I need to give myself that kind of grace. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to work on this painting. My little forehead. I'm going to work on this painting, and I'm just going to sit, paint, and see how I feel about them later, but really just sit in them, get myself time to embrace them. And yeah, and the point of painting these first was to get used to painting them. And if anything, I have gesso, I have more paint, I have more fixative to put on top to seal them. So if I need to redo them, or if I feel like I want to redo them, I always can. But I think I'm not giving myself the credit that I deserve, and I think I have a habit of being really mean to myself as an artist and struggling with perfectionism, which is something I'm working on. And I think a way of doing that is just seeing and finding the beauty in the things that I create, even if they didn't come out the way I expected them to. Because just because it didn't come out the way that I expected them to doesn't mean that they aren't valuable and beautiful. And I think this can apply to you and your own art too. Just because it didn't come out the way that you expected them to doesn't mean that that it isn't gorgeous, that it isn't wonderful, that there isn't something valuable about it. So I'm gonna sit with these and see if my opinion changes, and if not, I have like so many more, 8 more mock-ups that I did that I can always go off of or whatever. But already sitting in them, I'm beginning to like them. They're very vibrant, but we'll see how I feel later. We are back to this painting, and today I was working on the pots and the rug. And when I started the rug, I was so nervous. I was nervous because the rug that I wanted to paint had a lot of detail, but I decided to kind of do my own rendition of the rug that I already own, and I feel like it kind of came out cute. And then I also started painting my little terracotta pots. I don't actually own terracotta pots, but I would love to, so I painted them because I like them. But overall, this process was really, really relaxing, and it was a cozy late night session, and I had a good time. It is the next day. As you can see, I'm wearing the ear cuffs from yesterday, and I am feeling a lot better about it. I kind of like, I'm in sweats, but I feel like I'm kind of like in this little fantasy mode, which sort of helps with them. I realized that I really do like them. Maybe I would have just picked a different color for me to personally wear, because I love greens and earthy tones on myself, so I'm not used to seeing such bright colors on my skin. So if I were to repaint them, it would just be to make them more of a color that I would personally wear. But I really do like them. I think something that I've been working on, going from digital art to traditional art, has been embracing the fact that traditional art and art in general, it should show the artist's hand, and it's okay for it to show the artist's hand. I think like from being digital, I had like this fixation on perfection and on cleanliness, and those cleanliness and stuff does matter, but I think there's something beautiful about being able to see the artist's hand in a piece. I think that's what makes it super special and recognizable. And yeah, so I think, you know, with these ear cuffs, I could definitely see my hand in it, and it was something that I felt a little bit not used to because I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. And so that's just something that I'm working on and a journey that I am going on, and I'm learning to embrace. But I think overall, these ear cuffs I think they're really cute. And I put them on my little sister yesterday, and the colors look really great on her. So I think the colors just throw me off, mostly because I'm just not used to seeing myself in such bright colors, which is an achievement that I achieved bright colors. So yeah, just remember that your work has so much value, and your hand and your uniqueness plays such a beautiful role in your work and the uniqueness of your work. So yep, that's something I'm trying to remember, so I'm reminding that to you just in case you needed to hear it. Anyway, today, this morning, I am going to be working on this piece more. I made quite a bit of progress last night. I got like a lot down for the bottom part of the piece, so now it's a matter of getting the background in, which I'm really nervous and excited about, because once that's in, it's more about like refining everything and making everything stand out and stuff like that. So I'm really excited to get to work on it and to take you along with me.
I've been running most of my life, blowing smoke everywhere around. I've been searching, but I can't seem to find someone that can hold me through the night. I'll count to 10, then open up my eyes. If you're gone, I'll take it as a sign. But if you stay, then baby hold me tight and send me off with the words of a lullaby. With the words of a lullaby.
I accidentally painted for about 3 hours. I really got lost in the sauce, or whatever you would call it. I'm gonna call it lost in the sauce. And I'm really happy with the progress that I made. Of course, like, I don't see anything as permanent when it comes to painting, which I think is growth because I can be really hard on myself, but I just see it as laying things down on canvas and seeing where it goes. So I am happy that I covered a lot of area, because I feel like when it comes to painting, when you cover, the more area you cover, the more you can actually adjust, and you can't adjust anything if you don't paint anything. And so that's really helped me like continue to paint and to have the courage to lay anything on canvas, knowing that nothing's permanent and we're just trying things out, which has been a really healthy mindset for me. Also, I think what helped are these ear cuffs, just like helped me get through the painting session, because I think they add a touch of magic and fun, which I also really enjoy. So yeah, that's my little update. I think I'm about to go eat.
Send me off with the words of a lullaby.